You want me to answer as the aliens?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me answer you. Let me answer you.
Yeah.
The shit was lit.
Young nigga drippin'.
What's going on, Blood Tears? It's your boy Dessalines.
This is Pharaoh. What's going on, Blood Tears? We are excited today. How are you guys? Let's get it.
All right. Let's get straight into it. Recently, a big conspiracy theory that has happened: alien sightings in Miami. I'm talking about in person, 10 to 12 foot tall creatures. By the way, this is all alleged. And you know, some people have gone to social media saying like, yeah, this actually happened. They were in the mall. They were running away from these big, tall, 10 to 12 foot creatures.
Yeah.
Some people believe it could have been holograms. Other people believe it was just something that people just made up. Like, okay, they were just running away. What was strange about the whole situation was that there were like 300 cop cars pulling up. And there were also some people said they saw like blacked out helicopters in the sky too.
Yeah.
It's weird, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know why people would go to social media and lie and be like, yeah, I saw it, and then I ran away from it. And other people are like, yeah. The police are saying like, no, of course. They're like, yo, no, it hasn't happened. There were no aliens. So that's officially on record that there were no aliens at all. But it's been a pretty big conspiracy theory, though, because nobody has seen actual footage from the inside. No one took videos. I don't know what you think about it, bro.
To be honest, just like remember the other day we were talking, and you mentioned the fact that what was strange about it, mind you, just to let you guys know, right, Blunt Tears, I'm leaning more towards that it was some kind of Project Bluebeam. We'll get into that in a minute, but I remember you made a comment to me when we were on the phone the other day. You were like, "Yo, it was strange how no one recorded this on video." I'm not too sure if you were leading towards that there was maybe some way that they hacked everyone's cell phones and may have, deleted any videos or information. But I mean, that was pretty interesting though, because say that the whole entire incident was true. That's plausible. That's something that can actually happen, because you did say that some of the people were going through checkpoints, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that would be if that was true, then that would further your claims, right?
Right.
So, but I don't know. I'm leaning more towards the Project Bluebeam thing, man.
Okay. Before we get to Project Bluebeam, I do want to mention, these are just videos that I saw online or whatever, of a person who claimed to be some social media famous dude, right? And apparently he called his father, who works for the Miami Police Department. Yeah. He's either a deputy or some dude high in ranks. And he had him on FaceTime. He was like, hey, man, they're saying that there was some aliens over there. Is it true? And he said straight up, I'm not allowed to talk about that. Just like that. Which was strange. You know what I'm saying? Speculation couldn't be, of course. Here's the thing. It would be very exciting to believe these stories of
about aliens.
Well, apparently they were multi-dimensional beings coming through a portal, which sounds crazy in itself, like a movie or some TV show that's being written, some Men in Black type event, right? Mm-hmm. What's important to realize is this: how there is no footage. That's one, no clear footage at all. In 2024, that's the strangest part about the whole situation, right? Because they have footage of people running, but not what they're running from. Yeah. Right? There's no sounds of supposed fireworks, because Blunt Tears, they said that there were fireworks being set off by some troubled teenagers that may or may not have caused some type of commotion, whatever. This is what they said. This is what their excuse of why people were running for their lives and saying they saw creatures, right? Regardless of all of that, I'd rather see some footage of something than no footage at all. Yeah. That's the weird part, right? Where there's no footage of people, catching things. And most of the videos that I've seen of people saying, yo, look, I was in shock. I couldn't even. I didn't want to pull out my phone. Like I didn't even know what the thing was.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Most times than others, when something's going on in real life, I don't really have a lot of time to pull out my phone. But in some cases, you have certain people, the first thing that they do is pull their phones out.
Right.
And that's why it's kind of strange to me that there's no video recording. Now, go ahead.
You sure?
Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say because it's always interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
For those of you, I don't even know how to say this without sounding like a crazy dude. If anybody was in a, God forbid, right? Let's say there was a terrorist attack and there were gunshots in the middle of whatever public place you're at. Are you gonna pull out a gun, or are you gonna run for your fucking life?
I mean,
that's
if
a
you
real
don't
question.
got a gun, you might pull your phone out.
So you're gonna pull out your phone while hearing gunshots going off?
Let me just tell you this, right?
Wait, this is a real question.
I'm about to answer the question.
This is a real life situation.
And I'm about to answer it
because
we're from the same generation.
All right, so you know what I'm talking about.
Look, we're from the same generation. We didn't grow up where something was happening. There was something going on, and our first instinct was to pull out a cell phone or a cellular device or a recording device. But this new generation, and you see it all the time, they catch every single thing. Someone's in the train, someone is in the subway station, someone's trying to get pulled out from the subway station or the train tracks. First thing they do, without even hesitating or helping the person, they pull their phones out. So that's why it's kind of strange. There was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there, and like you said, no video footage. That's strange to me.
Right.
Now, the reason why it's hard for me to believe it. It's like, why now? Like, aliens. Like, if y'all real, why would you guys choose the month that Jeffrey Epstein's list is coming out? Like, y'all could have chose next month. Y'all could have chose any month, but this is a whole different type of story, right? But I'm just saying, we've got a lot of things going on in January. It's the beginning of the New Year's. Why aliens? Why would you guys choose January to just show yourselves?
You want me to answer as the aliens?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me answer you. Let me answer you.
Yeah.
The shit was lit.
Yeah.
Like a little fat nigga from fucking
The
show?
Cleveland show.
Cleveland show.
Yeah, I remember that alien dude that you remember you showed me
What?
you like in the beginning, like before we like started the podcast,
Yeah.
like you showed me a whole bunch of different
Yeah, I
characters
remember.
and shit.
Yeah, one of them was that nigga.
Yeah, that guy was funny as hell, yo.
Nah, here's what it is.
Yeah.
I hear what you say, right? I hear what you say. You're saying, why now? Let's get that out of here. That's like, I'm not trying to disrespect you. That's so small fry compared to what this can actually be. We're talking about a phenomenon experienced by multiple people, whether it be UFOs in the sky or actual creatures in front of you. Mm-hmm. That's a phenomenon, right?
Yeah.
What's scary about it is if you see something that's that tall appear with no arms and reappear somewhere else, and it's in your face, like.
We're gonna make sure to do some sound effects in this moment.
What you gonna do? You gonna stand there and be like, "Oh snap, alien!" Like, nah. Some people they get some type of like fear in your heart. Not only that, you're talking about it could be creatures from another dimension. I'm gonna get a little geeky right here, where they're on different vibrations, or they're They could be multi-dimensional beings, and you don't know what actually strikes through your body in that moment for whoever is there.
Okay, so you're saying that you could be in complete terror where your fight or flight reflexes.
It could be the complete.
Flight.
It could be complete terror.
Mm-hmm.
It could be all of that. It could be because we're talking about something that no human being, for as far as we can actually know from history, has come into contact with, and it's all up in the air. Not only that, things like this. There are agencies that take care of shit like this to keep it as quiet as possible. This is what I believe. Because my mind doesn't go straight to, okay, why didn't it? I'm like, no. This is clearly a contained event. If I'm writing a movie and an event like this is going on, yes, there's going to be a secret agency that takes care of whether people pull their
Alphabet boys.
you know, they pull their phones out. I'm like, why is my phone not recording? Or even if it does record, I have some device nearby that can shut down things within that radius.
You did mention that as well.
You understand what I'm saying?
With our conversation that we had.
Exactly. So it's
that, mind you, that makes sense as well. You feel me? This is just what I believe via my lens. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what you're saying makes complete sense, and I agree to some point. You know what I mean? To some extent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So Blunties, you can believe whatever you want, and that's the thing. This is all alleged things that would have. By the way, whoever's in control, if this did happen and we're having this conversation and we still don't know, they're doing a very good job. This is the point. It's to cause chaos.
Distraction,
right?
chaos.
To cause distraction, to see what they can get away with, or even if it was a mistake, to see that they can still keep shit under control without us having 100% proof that this event did happen. So this is the goal. They did a really great job. This is why I'm about to transition to the next thing, right? This is why people need whistleblowers, right? Because even now, recently, blunt tears, I don't know if you've been paying attention to Congress and stuff like that. Of course, we have the presidential election coming up. But we also have people who used to work for certain branches of the government, whistleblowers, who have come into contact and testified under oath. I don't know if it was under oath. But they've basically come to Congress confirming that they do have private sectors of government or private sectors of private multi-billion, trillion-dollar companies who have access to UFOs and or non-biologics, which is basically species that are not our own, of a different intelligence. These are not words that I'm spewing out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? This is just things that's already on record. You can search it up yourself. This is an actual conversation. Other than that, they've literally filmed like things going faster than the speed of light and things that shouldn't exist, technology that shouldn't exist. They have a whole bunch of whistleblowers coming forward already and talking about aliens, right? So this is what do you believe? Like, I don't know.
Look, let's say, I believe. Some top secret scientists getting together with aliens or non-biologics doing some covert shit. That's something that I can believe. Now, when it comes to mainstream media and all this confusion, distraction, and chaos, it's hard for me to believe it, man, because there's certain things that I'm aware of. Now, I feel like this is the best time for me to just bring up Project Bluebeam. Now, I'm just going to read a little something for you guys. So, Serge Monas was a Canadian investigative journalist, poet, essayist, and conspiracy theorist. He is known to English-speaking readers mainly for originating the conspiracy theory Project Bluebeam, which concerns an alleged plot to facilitate a totalitarian world government by destroying traditional religions and replacing them with a new age belief system using NASA technology. Now, that's just the most easiest way that I can explain it to you. So basically, this whole Project Bluebeam thing is basically to get you ready to believe into a fake alien invasion, right? So they're using, I feel like this is like, they're using a little bit of this just to get you sucked in into believing it. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, look, remember there was that little alien thing that happened in Miami. So they're using this a little bit now. I honestly believe that in the near future, they're going to use some form of technology that's going to get people to believe that we're going through an alien invasion, where it may not be that, but it's our own government attacking its own citizens. That, to me, is something believable, because it's like a psyop. It's like, that would be the perfect psyop to get people into believing in aliens. Now, mind you guys, I believe in interdimensional beings. I believe in beings that may look like us, that look just like us, but probably not from this planet. Now, I believe in these kind of things, but I also believe that the government doesn't put out information without having their own plan
agenda
or agenda behind it. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like you've said in the past, I've taken these things with a grain of salt. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? And came up with my own conclusion. Now it's it's not easy to pinpoint whether or not some of these things may be true or not. Now I'm just speaking via my lens.
I understand.
You get what I'm saying?
I understand.
So I may be wrong. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you I want to know, like, what do you honestly believe about this whole entire situation?
I believe Project Bluebeam could be definitely an essence to it. There's an essence of Project Bluebeam. I want to come quickly explain a specific magic trick that was performed in a movie by Will Smith. Basically, it was a magic trick by which he went into some football stadium, and he bet $1 million to a millionaire that he could guess which player on the field that the millionaire would choose. Any player in the field, which one are you going to choose from the defensive line? He chose the number, and he picked right. He was astounded. But what the millionaire didn't know,
I think I know what you're gonna go with this.
earlier in the millionaire's day, there was a guy,
Mm-hmm.
right, who was driving him, who was the chauffeur. He was the same football player that he chose. In the hallway, he was coming from his hotel. There was a guy getting his bag, probably from his hotel room. Same guy. There was another experience, same guy, but he just didn't notice these guys. There was little things here.
So he
and there.
basically, it was like a subconscious thing.
Once this guy was planted in his subconsciousness.
No, I'm like extremely invested in this conversation right now.
So once this guy was implanted into his subconsciousness,
Yeah.
he didn't even realize that when he made the bet that he would choose that one specific player. And when he did, Will Smith was like, okay, yeah, that's him. He didn't have to do anything. He just planted him in certain places in that guy's life that he didn't even know about. Planting it in his subconsciousness. It's a magic trick. Fast forward. This is what happens in courts a lot of times. You can't really trust your own mind because, you know, and even with witnesses and stuff like that, it gets a little tricky because you could think you saw something but it was really something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why what we see is very what do you call it? It's not unheard of, but it's hard to really use it as evidence, you know, what you see and stuff like that. So
let me ask
what
you
you're
this.
talking
You believe,
about?
do you believe? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna agree with you. With Project Bluebeam, that's what it is. If it's gonna be these little incidences like this that are put on social media, put on a news, or even just put on social media, where we see that this is like this is possible. Is it not? Okay, I don't know, and we move on. But every time little things like that, it's implanted into your subconsciousness, so that if there's one big thing that happens, either you're not too shocked, you won't go crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Or they will be able to make up a lie for you to believe.
So do you believe, now I'm going into what you're saying, do you believe in some way, little by little, people can implant certain things to basically make you decide on something and it wasn't an original thought of your own?
Most
or
definitely.
decision?
Most definitely. That's what hypnotism is. That's what leaders try to do. Sometimes that's what propaganda is about, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to these places, it's definitely possible. But I also believe it's possible that there are certain things that are out of the control of man. When I say man, I mean men of this world. I mean men who have used politics, capitalism, and the forceful taking of innocent people living peacefully in their villages. They think that they can steal from places around the world and that nothing will ever happen, right? They think that they can play with certain technologies and that nothing will ever happen. Mm-hmm. And I do think that there is an unknown reckoning when it comes to things that we know nothing about.
True.
This is why you have ancient civilizations. This is why you have technology that we've never seen before, but we're trying to recreate it into our own liking, if that makes any sense. There's a whole bunch of research that goes into that. So that I find it all fascinating. I do think that it's possible for multi-dimensional beings to sometimes, in some places, probably cross into our own. You know, when you talk about poltergeists, when you talk about things that happen that are weird in certain places and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really a ball of chaos that we still have, or a Rubik's Cube of chaos that we still have not solved as a society, as people. Is all speculation.
You know what makes it hard to believe, like, because look, right? Let's just consider all the aliens that we've been shown via, whether it's news, movies, entertainment, throughout our imagination. No one ever talks about a black alien. So I'm not even gonna lie. Until I see some black motherfuckers coming off a ship, then you ain't gonna get me. I'm telling you right now. Now I'm not discrediting, grays or any other type of aliens like, insectoids, reptilians, or anything like that, which they do exist. Allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly. But, until we see some motherfuckers that look just like us, it'll be hard to get me.
I mean, it to be
even
honest,
then, that can even still be a psyop right there.
Yeah.
Bring out the black
yeah,
aliens.
You truly. That's a fact. You
Bring
never
out
truly,
the black aliens.
You never truly know. I'm agreeing with you. You never really truly know. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. This is my last conspiracy theory about this alien shit right now.
Why the last?
Huh?
That's what we talk about.
I know.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, no, it'll never be the last.
Well, this is the last conspiracy, because this is what Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about, right? Not to bring him up again. Remember we had the episode about simulations.
Yo, go watch that
Simulations.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So basically, he said, to be honest, this can all be a simulation, because we have simulations within our computers. We could make them believe that they're real, programs and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. They can create something within their programs and so on. And he said it's his biggest fear that in the end that we are just a program in some kid's basement, some kid multi-dimensional being's basement, and every time it gets bored, it's like, war, meteors, famine, and that's how we get our resets as far as society. And what we experience as time is probably 2 hours to them. If that makes sense. Like 2,000 years on us could be two hours to them, or something like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Remember Men in Black? Remember at the end of the movie when the galaxy was like a little marble?
Yeah.
The aliens were like playing with marbles.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the galaxy was just like some playthings.
Yeah.
Word.
They just playing marbles with us and shaking us up and shit.
There's a whole bunch of theories that that are interesting that we may or may not ever find out.
That Miami Bayside thing could have been a glitch in the system. Who knows?
Right.
It could have been a glitch. Like what is this bug right here? Somebody put a virus in here.
Right.
That alien watching too much pornos.
Westworld.
He said the alien watches too much porno. This mother.
As soon as you open your phone, you can't escape
www.gloopglurp.com.
Looking up too much glurp glurp. They said those creatures had no arms. I'm like, what kind of freaky shit you into? Come on, son. But it is. Listen, whatever it may be, man. If anybody gets into that type of situation, I'm not mad at you if you don't film anything. He's gonna be mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I mean, he's gonna be mad at you.
I will. Like, you know why? Because look, kids, I know what y'all be doing. Y'all be risking people's lives to pull out that damn phone, and y'all do this first before y'all send aid. And I know you guys could have pulled that phone out and start recording those so-called 8 to 12, 14 feet figures at that mall.
And if they did, they probably deleted it. To be honest, whoever was there, they probably either wiped their phone clean.
Do you think do you think? All right, let's say that technology is true.
Instagram would let the world or someone post that and delete it, because you know how,
or any social media.
Because you know how when you post certain things and it can't be seen like in Russia, other countries, because it's like copywritten.
Yeah.
You think the algorithm catches on to this, like, oh, we can't let this out to the public.
They did that.
That's believable. That's believable.
They did that already with COVID.
That's believable.
They did that already with COVID.
With the misinformation, they're like, oh, this is false information and shit like that.
They've proven that they can do that already. They have the power to do that already. True. That means that whatever we post, if they prioritize anything that has to do with the Miami incident
I should be like
to be
this.
taken down immediately before you put it up, it's gone.
Yep.
It's a program that they probably program their own social media to do that with whatever that's going on. If that makes any sense.
Now
You
look,
know what
let
I'm
me
saying?
ask you this, right? Do you think that the same technology can be implemented in like any recording device, or is it
Yes.
just on the phones? Like if you like, let's just say I had a camera, right? See the cameras that we're recording
Yeah.
on now. What if we were recording it via those cameras?
Yes.
Like, you think it's the same thing? You think it could be the same thing?
Distortion devices,
Yeah.
yes. I do believe that.
Okay.
Because you gotta understand, I already believe they have technology that's hundreds of years beyond.
That is a fact.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's a
So
fact. That's beyond the fact.
when it comes to something that's serious as you're talking about a Men in Black event in 2024.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
It's 2024. A Men in Black event in 2024. It's top level of secretism. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once they hear or see, they're there immediately. Even if it's because right now we think that they're not watching us. They're watching us consistently. They're watching everything that's going on.
Earth, yo, I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's a lot of shit. If this is like imagine our reality was just another TV show for some aliens. You're like, yo,
I'm
Earth,
thinking the same shit.
Earth is getting
Earth
good.
right now.
Earth is yo, can you change it back to Earth Channel?
Mm-hmm.
This shit is lit. You see how they're running around?
Pass that blunt, homie. Earth is getting lit.
They smoking the biggest blunt right now.
Yeah, we
watching
gotta bring
it.
them characters back. What did you make those
They
characters?
got the
Yeah.
fucking,
Okay, yeah, we
the
gotta bring them
Galaxy
back.
Runs right now.
Shit's
For
lit.
real. Nah, it's wild, man. Like it's the whole point. The whole point of this, right? Like it could be. No one really knows what it could possibly.
Someone
be.
knows.
Everyone has
someone knows.
everyone has an idea,
Okay.
right? But the people who truly know are people who have access to those documents that we have not seen yet, if that makes any sense. So they're not even focused on giving us 100%. Like it's so distorted, it's so buried underground that even if we wanted to know, we probably wouldn't believe it if they told us. If that makes sense. With all the chaos that's going on right now,
Yeah.
we wouldn't want to we wouldn't believe it. I don't think so. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
You know what's
type
so
shit.
crazy? I think I honestly believe I'm one of those people. If there was an alien, I don't think I would have a normal reaction like some other people. Now, unless he was like a 10-foot reptilian looking, I'd probably be terrified. But like, if you're like,
You gonna just sit there and just look at him?
no, because
He gonna want beef. You gonna have to fight him now.
I've heard stories on some people when they get in contact with these reptilian beings that they just freeze. Like they bite. Like I don't know if it's something that they're I don't know if it's some type of technology. Like you ever seen them humans when they take like a chicken or a rooster and they put like a line on the ground and then they become hypnotized? What if there's a way that the human brain can become so hypnotized that you can paralyze them with fear? Man, what if there's a programming that you can instill in the human's psyche that paralyzes you?
Can I?
Go ahead.
Please tell you the story because you said that.
Go ahead.
All right, real quick. So there was a documentary on Netflix about alien encounters, about specifically people who said that they've been visited by aliens. This one dude, this white dude, he said he was sleeping and then he woke up to a whole bunch of aliens in his room. They looked like female aliens, grays, right? And it was just one master alien. He looked like the pimp, right? I'm gonna do my Cat Williams voice for him.
Master Pimp Alien.
He said, "Listen to me, homie. I'm gonna need you to impregnate all of these alien bitches. Are you ready?" And then, this is what happened. And he's like, "Yo, nah, I'm not doing that." Of course, this was psychologically, like they said this to him telepathically, right? And no, I kid you not, this is a real guy. He said this happened to him. He said the female alien walked up to him with a bucket, just walked up and just looked at him. And he just bust. He's like, no. And she caught it, and then he went to sleep, and he woke up. He was like, "Yo, nobody's gonna believe this shit. Nobody's gonna believe this story."
Would you tell me if that happened to you? Like, really, would you tell me or, like, would you tell Zoo?
I'll tell everybody, like, these aliens raped me, bro. That's crazy. The dude didn't want that to happen, but they psychologically made him do it without having to touch him. That's
So they
crazy
mind
ass.
fucked him.
They mind fucked the nigga. Anyway, I thought that was a hilarious story, though. That's why I wanted to share it.
Nah, it was funny. The cat was.
I thought it was a hilarious because there's other people who have been in contact or claim to be in contact with aliens, and their stories are so strange, man. No story's the same as the other. But you know, we could go all day about aliens.
We definitely
to be
can.
honest, we're gonna do a special episode on the Anunnaki. I want you to do that, please. I'm begging you.
I honestly want to do the special episode on the man from Venus.
Okay, yeah, we could.
That's the one that I really want to do because I feel like the world would be interested in what
yeah,
we got
because
to
that
say.
I ain't gonna lie, that
That's
was an interesting story.
as shit.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Blunteers. Now we can keep going on these aliens, but we gotta save some for later on.
Yep.
Now I mean, shout out to the Blunt of Reality, Courageous Cat Studio Lounge,
Zoo Productions.
Yo,
you know what? I don't think we ever said this. Yo, shout out to our Blunteers. Yo, seriously.
Much love, man.
Much love. Yo, thanks for the support.
Everybody.
We love you guys because without you watching us, we wouldn't have no damn reason to keep on making these videos, right?
Right. That's a fact.
So,
That's a fact.
keep watching it. Subscribe, share, like, comment, share your
all of
thoughts,
that.
all of it. And we're out.
We out.
All right, so the fuck out of here.